Good evening, everybody. My name is Brad from Poisonpoprocks.com.
And I'm Sardona Pickle from Sardona Pickle. The YouTube channel.
Yes.
It's on YouTube. Look it up.
Yeah. And today, what are we talking about?
Zombeavers.
Zombeavers.
Yeah.
This is a movie. Came out, when did it come out? A couple of years back?
I didn't do my
This
research.
year?
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't look at anything to do with this movie. I just thought it looked interesting.
Yeah.
So I got it. Before we get into it, what have you been up to this week?
Just been working on my latest review, gaming review.
Yeah?
Casual Gamer does Mission Impossible 64.
Yes?
Yeah.
Very cool, very cool.
Been doing that. I've been playing some Saints Row and
Saints Row.
yeah, Saints Row the Third.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that the new one?
No.
Oh. What is the new one?
4 or 5 or one.
Chris. Getting ahead of me. I haven't
know.
played any. What's it like? Good?
It is good. Yes.
It is good. I assume you're playing it. 'Cause
There's
it's
this
good.
mission where you can, where you have to escape this BDSM club, and
Okay.
you're like in one of those, horse buggies. Like you usually have a horse pulling
A
it.
rickshaw.
Rickshaw. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But you've got this guy in like leather and chained to it, pulling you. Yeah.
That sounds cool.
It's really strange.
It's 21st century. You can
Yeah.
do whatever you want.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
What about you?
Not much at all, actually. Just working.
Wow.
It's hot.
It is hot.
It
It's
is.
40 degrees.
It's 40 degrees, and to put that in perspective, we are in Australia,
Yeah.
and it is not summer yet. It is spring,
Yeah.
and
So
it is...
that's 40 degrees Celsius.
Google
Okay.
what 40 degrees centigrade is.
Do you want me to...
Centigrade? Fahrenheit. What's centigrade?
Centigrade is it another word for Celsius?
I don't know. I don't know science.
Yeah.
All I know
I just got to quickly
it is
Google it now.
40 degrees, and it is November, which
Yeah.
means we have one more month to get into summer.
Yeah.
104 degrees.
104.
That's 104 for you people. Imagine 104 in spring.
Yeah.
And this is Australia, which means summer is like twice spring.
Yeah, and it's humid.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we've been up to. We've been being hot,
Yep.
being Australian.
Being Australian.
You been barbecuing lately?
No.
Me neither.
No. No shrimps.
No shrimps on barbies?
No. No.
Okay, well, I'm trying to think if I've done anything this week. I really haven't. I haven't really played any video games.
No.
I haven't really watched any.
Oh, I will tell you what I've also been playing is the DLC for Mario Kart.
Yes, we played that
Yeah.
just yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
the day before today.
Indeed.
It was really fun. I
Yeah.
have to say.
Yeah.
I really liked the Mute City.
Yeah.
City. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
I like the Hyrule track and Tanuki Mario. He's my fave.
Tanuki Mario. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I can't hate on anything Mario Kart except for the SNES Mario Kart. But I'm sorry.
I'm sure it was good for its time, but
Oh, of course. It was a loony racing game featuring the cast of Mario.
Yep.
But I don't know. Times they are changing. I really love the new Mario Kart game. I can't say enough good for it. It's just fun.
yeah, except the battle mode.
Okay, I can say one thing bad about this battle mode.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure they're going to bring out DLC with like new battle mode. They have to.
Because they know that everybody hates this battle mode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then I have a lot of mates that just hate battle mode in general, so
I
they couldn't
love
appreciate.
battle
Yeah,
mode,
me too.
no.
It was one of my favorite
Yeah.
things as a kid.
Yeah.
Make it. I remember we used to play the block fort,
Block, yeah.
and
Yeah, I was
we used to
gonna
be
say
like, "The red's mine," and I'd
That's
like
right,
set
yeah.
up all booby traps on it, and then we'd like try and get each other on our. We'd like
Yeah.
set up all the traps. And
Do you ever try to, I'm sure you did, but like shoot a red shell from the top level and hope that it would go down
Yeah.
and still follow the person and then
Yeah.
just bump into the wall, but you tried it every time.
Oh yeah, every time you go, yeah, I'm gonna get them like a
Yeah.
sniper.
I know you're down there.
Soge King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's Mario Kart.
But it's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this week we're talking about a horror movie. Well, it's a comedy horror.
It's a Kamara.
Horror-y.
Korra.
Korra?
Yeah.
It could be classed in the Terabad series of like Sharknado and Sharktopus.
I haven't seen Sharknado.
I saw Sharknado.
I'm scared of seeing Sharknado.
I have to admit, I watched it and I was amused the whole way through. Like I was genuinely like, you know what? Let's see where they're going with this. When it started, but then as it progressed, I was like, oh, let's see where they go with this. There were a few bits that were a bit drawn on, but I've seen like pretty much all those Terabad ones, except for Invisible Spiders.
I haven't even heard of that one.
I think that was just sci-fi's way of copping out on special effects, because it's people like rolling on the floor, like, invisible spiders.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just like.
So that was the whole thing. It
was invisible spiders. Yeah.
Very cheap.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but I've seen the trailers and stuff for it. I really liked. I hated Sharktopus, but I loved the design of the Sharktopus.
Sharktopus?
Have you seen Sharktopus?
I haven't heard of
it.
Again.
He looks freaking epic. Imagine the front half of a shark with like giant octopus tentacles behind it.
Yeah.
It looked awesome, and he had these badass like sharp fins, and like he looked really cool. But the movie was terrible. But I want like a statue of Sharktopus on my desk because he just looks so cool and really menacing. Anyways,
you're gonna have to show me that one.
I will. One day. Yeah, it looked like the movie itself was terrible, but I loved it. So you a horror fan?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not overly huge on them, but yeah, I do like. I like more psychological thrillers.
Yeah,
like The Shining. Or,
oh, of course. Well, The Shining's a classic.
Yeah, more so than Guts and.
Zombeavers.
Yeah.
I can honestly say
I didn't see this as a horror movie, so
yeah, no, you can't.
Yeah.
I have definitely seen more movies of the horror genre than any other genre in my entire life.
All right.
Of all the movies I've seen, I can honestly say I've seen more horror movies than any other. But that's not because I like them. That's just because most of the girlfriends that I've had have all been like, I love horror movies, and they want to watch horror movies, so we just go to Blockbuster and just get all the worst horror movies and just watch them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just like, I know the formula 100 million times. So every time I see one, I'm like,
what was it? The klutzy one always dies.
Yeah, all those little things.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of that in this movie.
A lot of formula,
which we'll get to later.
But there was also a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay. Did you enjoy it?
I did.
Yeah, me too. I honestly, I was entertained through the whole thing. As much as you could say was bad about it, you knew they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
They never were like,
they weren't trying to be
exactly.
Something else.
They weren't trying to be The Shining. Or it.
They knew it was a ridiculous idea.
Exactly. So. They knew it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Especially getting to the end.
Yeah. But what did crack me up was those two guys in the very beginning scene.
Yeah.
They cracked me up. I loved when he just came out and said, I dated a guy once. He just, what was it? Oh, would you like a beer and watch some footy? That was easy, but the sex was a bit difficult. I don't remember exactly what he's saying.
It was really good. It was really it was just one of those movies that you knew it wasn't going to be good, but you could just sit down and watch it. On that note, my girlfriend, it scared the crap out of her. She thought it was freaky as hell. Yeah.
I did get a fright once.
Yeah. It's more like jump and but you'd expect that. Yeah. But she. Yeah, so it's the kind of movie you can kind of watch with your girlfriend, and she'd get the scary part of it, and you'd get the funny part of it.
Yeah.
Because it was so ridiculous.
My wife found them cute.
Yeah. They were a bit adorable.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say I disagree strongly. But...
Danny, this morning, my girlfriend, I was talking to her earlier, and I was looking up, because I was trying to find, like, trivia and stuff about the movie, because I always like looking up, like, little bits of trivia and stuff about it. I found nothing on this movie. Absolutely nothing. But she was like, oh, you're looking for like merchandise of it. I'm like, nah, but come to think of it, she's like, you should get a Zombeavers plushie. I'm like, I don't think they exist, but we should find or make one. Because that would be cool.
Yeah.
and you could like split it apart. And,
Yeah.
that'd be
Like a
cool.
robot one.
Oh, animatronic zombie.
That'd be creepy.
That would be creepy. And like, you have it set to automatic, like just randomly turn on throughout the evening, glowing eyes.
Like a proximity sensor or something.
Oh, and just scuttles towards you. That would keep predators out.
That would, yeah.
Oh, someone breaks into your house and sees a Zombeaver on the ground and his eyes glow.
Oh,
Yeah. That's the future of security.
yeah.
Security system. Zombies.
Replace Paris Hilton's chihuahua with that in a little bag.
Oh, yeah. This little Zombeaver.
Yeah.
Maybe we can like start like an industry, like pet Zombeavers.
Yeah, a little factory.
A little Zombeaver factory.
Yeah.
I don't know how big the market would be on that. But anyway, to put it in perspective, we just watched Jaws yesterday. One of my favorite movies of all time.
I do like Jaws.
It is on my... I have a bookshelf full of movies, and my top shelf... It's rated from best movies to worst movies.
Really?
And at the top shelf, there's Jaws right there.
Is it like the first on the top shelf?
It is not, but it was more rated by shelf because I don't like picking best movies and worst, because it's hard sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, it's there right next to like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
It's really hard to... It's up there with The Boat That Rocked. And
I like that movie so much.
It's one of my favorites. Obviously, it's up on the top shelf.
Yeah. What's on the bottom shelf?
Bottom shelf is things like Thunderstruck. Have you seen Thunderstruck? I bought it because when I first saw it when I was really young, I thought it was entertaining, and then I bought it and rewatched, and I was like, this deserves bottom shelf actually. A lot of stuff that I bought from cash converters, I'll be like, oh, it's in $3 lot. I'll just buy it and see what it's like.
Crap.
Yeah, lots of crap.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, I know it's up there. Jaws, amazing piece of theatre.
Yeah. I'm just impressed with. He did so well with what he had.
Oh, absolutely.
It was a low budget film, wasn't it? Or was it?
I don't remember, but all I can say is next year it will be 40 years old.
Yeah.
40 years old.
Amazing,
and it beats most movies up today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we still have to figure out how he does that shot. Zooming back.
Okay, I looked it up. It's called the Hitchcock zoom.
The Hitchcock? Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly, because Hitchcock used it a lot. It was first used in Vertigo. Okay. Hitchcock's Vertigo. Is it Vertigo? I think it's called. I haven't seen it, but that's what I read. But there's a whole formula on how much space you have as far as how... But I'm just going to pull the camera back and zoom in.
That's all it seems to be.
That's literally all it is, but there are calculations as to how fast you zoom to how... Speaking of that, they use that in this movie.
Zombeavers.
Yeah, they use the Hitchcock zoom when they are in when they're in the lake and the dude's foot gets bit off.
Yeah.
And remember how she's standing in the water and she's like, I feel something out my legs. Yeah. And then she looks out and the dude holds up his foot and then it shows her and it goes. It does the zoom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll remember.
I'm positive.
I can't say it fast, but Hitchcock zoom.
Hitchcock zoom.
Yeah.
Also known as the dolly zoom.
The dolly zoom.
Dolly zoom. It's got like 100 names, but it's commonly used the dolly zoom and the Hitchcock zoom.
Yeah, cool.
So
we'll get it down pat.
So used it in Jaws. It's in pretty much every horror movie. I'd say 80% of horror movies it's in, except for those. Actually, it's in most horror movies.
Yeah, it's a very popular. Yeah, it is.
Actually, no,
to show shock.
Yeah. For those who don't know, it's the zoom where they pull the camera back while zooming in, so the feature, which is the person acting shocked, stays the same size, but the background seems to get larger, so it kind of makes them look smaller while staying the same size.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be on Google.
It's often accompanied by a sound effect.
So, a scream or
some
sort of,
or a confuzzled look.
Yeah.
Jaws, amazing.
Oh yeah.
What other great horror movies are there?
I just said The Shining.
Yeah, The Shining.
But I actually recently, not recently, but this year sometime I actually watched Psycho, the original, for the very first time.
I haven't seen Psycho. I've seen American Psycho.
Oh,
You've seen American Psycho?
I haven't seen.
It's
will.
really good.
I've heard about it.
Yeah.
But you need to see the original Psycho.
Okay, you watch the American Psycho.
Okay.
I'll watch Psycho. Not the American Psycho, it's just American Psycho.
Yeah.
And did you see the Jaws? Yeah, you add the in front of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Of all the modern horror movies I've seen, there aren't many that have like really stood out to me because I've seen so many and they're all the same and they all follow the same formula.
Yeah.
The classics are the ones that really break that formula, like yeah, as you said, The Shining and stuff. They completely
Well, they invented it, really.
exactly they
Reinvented it. Over and over. And then they kind of just stopped.
Yeah, and then a bunch of people were like,
comfortable with it.
This is what people get scared of? Being shocked.
I remember Saw was pretty...
Saw was big.
Yeah.
I like Saw 1. Then they just kind of progressively got lamer and lamer. Yeah. More ridiculous and bad.
Yeah.
I think there are a couple of modern ones which are kind of being good. Have you seen The Woman in Black? That's a movie that I think could have been a really good modern horror. Well, it was originally a play.
Okay.
I don't know how they would have done it as a play, but I remember it was showing at the Brisbane Arts Theatre a while back. When I worked for Ghost Tours, they invited us to see it. But yeah, no, it was really good. The only downside that I have to it is it was very Hollywooded in the when something's about to be shocking, they have the build-up of sound.
It's obvious something's going to happen.
Exactly. Yeah. But they did do a lot of, they kind of train you, unlike a lot of horror movies, you say they kind of train you to look in the background.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be looking at Daniel Radcliffe, and he'll be like, I'm looking at a thing. And in the background, you'll see, like, the woman just turn around and walk away, and she's like a ghost. And you don't even notice her there because she's so still. So you're just like, I'm just watching Daniel Radcliffe, and you just see this figure move in the background.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy. Yeah.
Oh, what happened there? There was a woman there. Yeah, so it's kind of trains you to think to look at everything, not just the main focus. And it was really unique in that aspect that like all the shocks and stuff were really subtle like that. Like it's really eerie like that. Like it's like you're in the house and things are happening to you because you're just not being told this is scary. But in that sense, they still had bits where the music would build up and you'd be like, oh, something's about to jump out. Something jumped out.
Well, it's good when movies don't treat the audience as if they're dumb.
Exactly, yeah. I think, The Woman in Black kind of it was the best representation of that today. There is a movie that I have that I'm meaning to watch that a mate of mine gave me. It's an Aussie film called The Babadook. From what he told me, it's like a mother finds this pop-up book and she's like reading it to her child and weird shit's happening.
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah. So I've got that to watch. So I'm really looking forward to see that because I hear it's different to most modern horrors. So I'm interested in that. So yeah,
but Zombeavers wasn't a horror movie.
It was a comedy horror.
Yeah.
It scared my girlfriend, so it's a horror.
Yeah. It reminded me of like the old sort of classics like Critters and those kind of things.
I have a note here that I was going to get to, but you ran ahead of me.
Yeah.
That it was very true to like old style
80s sort of. Yeah.
Like that I've got here that I was going to get to, but we can do it now.
We can still get.
It's a guideline. It's not.
Yeah.
It's the fact that they use puppets for the most part was great.
Cool.
That really added that extra layer of like
real.
I found it hilarious.
Yeah.
Just them stabbing puppets with a knife.
Yeah. And the way they stab them too.
Yeah,
like those little jabs. Those
like they were chipping away at ice or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very cool. Like I love when people use physical things instead of CG.
Because it gives that feeling that it actually happens.
Exactly.
Even if it's fake.
Exactly. But that thing has weight and you can see it's moving realistically like a thing would move.
Yeah.
That's why I really like things like they use that like in like The Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah.
All those where they use actual people in suits.
Yeah.
This is another main reason why I think Pacific Rim was inferior to the original Godzilla movies because you see a person in a Godzilla suit punch a dude in a ridiculous monster suit.
Yeah.
You can feel the weight of the punch.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just hate watching CG.
I really need to see Pacific Rim just to see how bad. Because like a lot of people think it's good, and you think it's bad.
Everybody thinks it's good.
So
I only know a few people think it's bad, but
yeah,
most people. I'm sorry.
Every single podcast we do, we're going to mention Pacific Rim.
You just want to rile me up.
Yeah.
Even though I brought it up.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I love things.
Yeah.
Things in movies, like physical things. It was very, very... It was very 80s, 90s.
Yeah, which is cool. Which is what we grew up with.
Exactly. That intro sequence, I was in love with that intro sequence, all the cartoony stuff.
Yeah.
That and the music was...
Right, yeah.
That intro sequence...
It was like something you could create on Photoshop. And that's what I liked.
It was just... It really brought me back to like that. The 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Yep.
As soon as, they had the two guys at the start had that little bit, and I was like, this is going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
And then that intro, I was just hooked.
What I really liked also was that the color of the radioactive liquid, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You don't get explained too much about it. It's just radioactive and makes them zombies.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need. That's all we ever need to know.
If it was another one of those Hollywood movies, it would try to take itself so seriously and try and convince us that this could happen.
The chemical waste went into their food supply.
Yeah, some shit.
No, it just went there, and now they're mutant.
Yeah.
Zombeavers. They're somehow zombies. Teenage Mutant Ninja Zombie Beavers?
Yeah.
Teenage Zombie Beavers?
Yeah.
I don't know how old they are.
They're gonna bite your nuts off.
Turtle power? Beaver power?
Alright.
So, the plot.
Yeah.
As you may guess.
I basically just said it then.
Toxic waste.
Yeah.
Falls in Beaver Dam.
Yeah. Justin
Mutant
Beaver.
Beaver. Zombie Beavers.
Yeah.
Justin Beaver.
Justin Beaver. Drinks the liquid. Gets exposed somehow to the liquid.
Turns into Zombeavers.
Yep.
And the plot is about these three chicks go to this dam to relax. And
Damn! Look at those chicks.
Out to escape the world.
Yep.
And they just want a weekend of relaxation.
Yep. No phones, no boys.
Free of zombie beavers.
Yeah.
But how their weekend is ruined.
By, thusly, zombie beavers.
Ah.
Yeah.
But, and the three boys show up as well.
Yeah.
So it's 3 boys, 3 girls.
Yeah.
Bunch of zombie beavers and 2 badass neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is another thing I made a note of. There's 3 guys, 3 girls, 2 neighbors, and the 1 hunter guy. And they're the only people in the entire thing.
That's true.
The entire movie.
Did you mention the 2, those funny guys at the beginning?
Oh, right, and the 2 funny guys. Yeah, of course. But that's about it. It's a very narrow cast.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Zombeavers start ruining the day.
Yeah.
And and they just
pretty
have
much
to...
it. They start ripping things to shreds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just start...
gnawing away at the fabric of their sanity, if you will.
Yeah. Anyways.
Chipping away what would have been a great vacation. But, much to their damnation.
Oh, Christ. You're just,
I'm telling the truth.
Good one. That's subtle, that is. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, so they're attacked by zombies. They have to
Not zombies.
Zombeavers. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And they have to survive their weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And get away.
They ain't got no guns. They just they do. Maybe.
Hunts do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the plot.
Yeah.
And I also have a note here. There were so many beaver puns. not like your beaver puns, but like puns on on lady parts.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. There was enough of those to go around. Which, yeah, obviously, it had to be done. But it was a comedy.
It was.
It was a comedy. Knew what it was. And, yeah, I would...
It did it well.
It did it really well. Yeah, so what did you think about, yeah, what did you think about it?
Well, probably my favourite parts was when I just saw the puppets, like, when I first saw a zombie beaver, Zombeaver, they were in the bathroom, and it was just kind of shaking. It was just like...
It was like someone was holding up a doll of Zombeaver and shook it about.
I was just going, oh, okay, this is going to be a fun movie.
This is going to be great.
Yeah.
I must admit, at that scene, my girlfriend flailed. Like,
really?
no other word for it. She flailed in sheer horror.
I was laughing.
Me too.
I was just cracking up.
Absolutely. It was great. It was really entertaining. And I know a lot of people will... Because I was reading up, a lot of people gave it crap. But it's not the kind of movie where you can really give it crap because it made fun of itself. Yeah. It set itself up. It's like when you walk into a... It's like when you walk into a room and go, like, hey, I'm a loser. I got crap all over my shirt. No one can then say, that dude's got crap on his shirt? What a loser. Because, like, he just said that. Yeah. You can't make fun of him. Yeah. Exactly. So,
like, the movie, I'm sure, you wouldn't see a movie titled Zombeavers and take it seriously.
Yeah,
you can't.
You
just
can't.
from the title. It's
exactly.
stupid.
It knew what it was.
Yeah.
It did it well.
Like, if it was trying to take it seriously, it would be like Dark Side of the Lake or something. I don't know. Like
this summer, 3 young girls thought they were in for a weekend of relaxation and debauchery. Yeah.
And then once you introduce the beavers,
then there were zombie beavers.
Yeah, you can't take it seriously.
But yeah, I can imagine that being the front of like a Goosebumps book.
Yeah,
Zombeavers.
It would make a good Goosebumps book.
Totally.
Yeah.
We should make a kids version of Zombeavers.
Definitely.
Yeah, it could be done. We should make kids versions of all these horror movies, like The Shining and stuff like that.
Oh God. Yeah.
That's all we could do. That can be.
And I'll review it on the Dave Curley Jones and Dave book review show.
Exactly.
Two guys, one book.
Two guys, one. Yeah. Dave and our friend other Dave have another podcast called Two Guys, One Book,
based on the Two Girls, One Cup thing, which we don't do any of. So if you expect that, you're going to be disappointed.
Where they talk about kids' books and their impact on society.
Then we basically throw up into a cup and...
Yeah. I must say, ever since I watched that, every time I see a stop sign, I just crack up.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, back to Zombeavers.
Enough plugging.
Enough plugging this other show. Jeez. There was something like... okay, I want to talk about zombies as a villain. Because every film has a villain. It's particularly every horror movie.
Yeah.
We've got your Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, we've got your sharks.
Yep.
Zombies. Zombie beavers.
Yeah.
What makes them different to other kinds of zombies and or villains?
I don't think there's anything different.
There is. I have
they
made
gnaw
a
at
list.
wood.
Exactly. They have the ability to
chew anything. Really.
Chew through the wood of their house.
Yeah.
They can dig real good.
Yeah.
So that was a cool bit when they dug underneath the house.
Yeah.
And
they've got the ability to look so cute.
Exactly. Yeah. So they lure you in with their cuteness.
They shouldn't have killed the dog though.
Why?
That was a horrible thing for that guy to do.
Well, they needed to get away.
Yeah, I don't know. Should have thrown his girlfriend in.
Yeah, he really should have. That would have been much more amusing. Or his foot. He could have just thrown the foot and be like, I'm done with this foot. I'm just going to... Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. The villain of Zombeavers. I don't know. Maybe it's different because there's a lot of them. It's not just one Zombeaver.
Exactly. So there's a good army of them. And, bit of a... We can start getting into spoilers.
Yeah. It's not exactly the Matrix, so
Yeah.
there's no huge twists.
When they trap the car by blocking the road,
Yeah,
only a Zombeaver could do that.
yeah, I know.
Block the
yeah.
road with
Yeah.
wood.
I loved it. I love it when they try to time the tree falling onto the cars, and that's the way they attack them. Like if they're in a car and they try to chew fast, so
Yeah, so they could get the car.
Yeah.
That was really good. It's like watching these Zombeavers going at wood.
What was unexpected though was when the humans started to turn.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I didn't see.
I didn't think they were going to go there.
Yeah, I thought it was just going to be beavers.
Yeah.
Got
But no,
crazy.
they
Yeah.
turned us. It's not even just them turning into zombies.
Yeah.
They turned into zombie beaver people.
Yeah,
And that was the freakiest thing.
Yeah.
One thing my last brought up was you know how they cut the tree down and it crushed their friend who later turned into a zombie,
Yeah.
and he was under there like a zombie beaver.
Yeah.
Couldn't he just chew through the wood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't he?
Exactly. I didn't
These are
think
the
about
questions we must ask ourselves.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't even know. The shot of him like being still alive was so quick that I didn't even know he turned into a zombie beaver. I just thought they were showing him. Oh, he's still alive.
Really?
Yeah.
But he was like,
I didn't even see that. I just thought he was just, oh, I'm alive. I didn't even see him get bitten anyway.
you didn't see him get bitten?
No.
I'm pretty sure it was just implied.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm pretty sure.
sorry about that noise. I just knocked the desk.
I've been kicking it all the time. Sorry. There's really gonna be like little spikes on the audio.
Yeah.
Just did it again. So that was cool. So spoiler, what'd you think of the ending?
I loved it.
You loved it?
I loved it.
I
Didn't see it coming.
yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, that last scene was like.
Yeah. But it's
What
such
I
a
didn't
cool-
get was it kind of it wasn't explained. Obviously, you know, if the beavers died or how they could have died. They're still alive for all we know. Except the scene after the credits, one of them was dead.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Why'd they die?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Unless
How did they die?
Unless it was just asleep.
Maybe they just
Be-
ran out of food source.
Well, the
No college girls to eat.
well, I remember the hunter dude said that they're most active at night, so maybe they're just asleep.
Yeah, maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah. Zombies. That was very
Yeah,
cool.
that was really good.
Yeah.
The scene after the credits was a bee
Turn you into a zombie.
zombie
Get it, guys.
zombies sequel time.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes out for a movie in the future called Zombies, and you'll know where it's from.
That'd be weird.
I looked at the director. He's he hasn't been in much. He hasn't done anything else pretty much. He's done a few things. He did I think he was on Crank Yankers. You remember Crank Yankers?
No.
It was like the Muppets, but they just did prank calls to each other.
Oh, okay.
It was terrible. Don't watch it. So that just gives you
Okay.
the caliber of his directing ability.
Yeah.
I think it was his first directing role, actually.
Yeah.
But
I did it alright.
Yeah, I made a
What
note
it
here
was,
that it looked like a old school horror movie.
Yeah.
Like it
did.
looked. Yeah, it had that old school horror feel. I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was charming. Yeah.
What other notes do you have?
Well, it's just little stuff. Yeah, I did make a note that I like movies. Obviously, this would have had it because of obviously a budget thing, and a lot of these kind of, comedy horrors, obviously have it because of budgeting thing. But I like that the actors weren't people I recognized.
Yeah.
I love that. Whenever I see an actor doing a role that they wouldn't normally do, I just see them as the actor.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Johnny Depp's in this. I just see Johnny Depp.
Yeah. It's like when Ben Affleck's going to play Batman next.
Do you have beef with that?
I don't mind it, but
I-
I'm just going to see Ben Affleck.
I'm going to see Ben Affleck being a badass, because I love Ben Affleck, and I've always loved Ben Affleck, and I cannot wait to see Ben Affleck as Batman. What? Are you doubting his ability to play Batman?
No. I just can't I'm not going to be able to shake the thought. That's Ben Affleck. As Batman. That's Ben Affleck. That's not Bruce Wayne. That's Ben Affleck.
Who's your favourite Batman then?
Keaton.
Keaton?
Yeah.
Which one's that?
The very first one. You know, Batman made in 1989, Tim Burton film.
Well, okay, that wasn't the first one. That was the first movie Batman.
Yeah.
Before that was
Adam West.
Adam West.
No, not that one.
Adam West should have played the Batman in the Dark Knight trilogy. I reckon I would actually tolerate the Dark Knight trilogy if it was, oh, I'm Adam
I
West.
didn't mind the Dark Knight trilogy, though.
I didn't like it. I think Batman's trying to take himself too seriously.
I think it should be taken seriously. Like,
You think it should?
yeah.
I reckon
I think he's the one villain. The one superhero
that should be taken seriously.
that could be taken seriously.
I loved my favorite Batman movie will and always will be Batman and Robin with Mr. Freeze.
Oh, jeez.
Simply because that is how Batman should be. Batman.
Really?
Okay. It shouldn't be taken seriously. Like, Batman should be like cool party, like hilarious puns like that. It should be
I can
brightly
see what
colored.
you mean. Like, yeah, it
Everything's
should be
brightly colored.
very
Like,
comic book.
yeah. Like Mr. Freeze was the bright blue. It had the Poison Ivy, who was the bright green with bright red hair. It was all bright colors. It was set in like a neo-future place with brightly colored, glow-in-the-dark spray paint.
Yeah.
It was...
I don't know. I just think like the villains in Batman are so seriously psychotic that you can't really joke.
That's a good point, actually.
Like they are so nuts.
They are so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I think that's why I like the ridiculous. Like they're so insane, but it's put in like a comedic fashion. So it's like, I don't know. I really like that. I like wacky. I always like wacky.
I like wacky when it's appropriate.
Yeah. But when you look at anything, any movie franchise can be turned into like a dark side version.
True. Yeah.
I just prefer the lighter, ridiculous version of that.
That's what I do like. For example, Spider-Man 2, the original trilogy of Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man.
I still think that's
Yeah.
my favorite Spider-Man.
I quite enjoyed it.
I do like the new Spider-Man because it's trying to take itself seriously, but it's not going crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's still got that comic book sort of.
Yeah, I like them both, but I do like the feel of the first three, where it was just still kind of comic booky. And, yeah. I have a lot of that's why a lot of people compare the two Incredible Hulk movies. One was the Incredible Hulk, and one was just Hulk.
Yeah.
There was the Eric Bana one, and then there was the what's his name?
I know.
The guy who's way more famous than Eric Bana.
Yeah.
Dude from Fight Club.
Norton?
Yeah, Edward Norton.
Yeah.
One was super comic booky, like it actually flashed like comic book scenes through it, and one was super serious. And I freaking loved the hell out of the Eric Bana one.
Yeah.
Just because it was so comic booky and it had like a purpose.
Yeah.
Like it was, you actually cared about him because it went through like it was an origin story basically.
Yeah.
But the Norton one, it already happened, and he is the Hulk. The whole movie was literally just him running away from people.
Yeah.
That's the whole... Because the movie was about him running away from people and him trying to research to cure himself. Yeah. But we already know straight off the bat he's never going to cure himself. So that whole side arc is pointless. We already know by the end of the movie, he's not going to find a cure. So we can just ignore that.
Yeah.
And all else he's doing is running. So what's the point of this movie? I'm just watching a dude running. And
And you don't want the Hulk to cure himself.
Exactly. You don't want it to. Hulk. And you know it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's like wanting Spider-Man to not be Spider-Man anymore.
Yeah, it's like... It's like watching a horror movie and expecting people to survive at the end.
I guess that's why I like Batman as a serious thing, because he doesn't have superpowers.
Yeah.
It wasn't ridiculously bitten by a radioactive spider or anything like that. He's just trained to fight.
He's just a dude that
Yeah,
decided.
his little ears are ridiculous. I still think.
Well,
Yeah, you can't take that seriously.
and the George Clooney one, his suit had nipples.
Nipples, yeah. Oh, God. Another friggin' nail on that coffin. Jeez.
You know, like the Clooney nipples.
Prefer the one with nipples.
I prefer George Clooney, and the Batmobile looked really cool. The really long one.
I do miss the Batmobile.
Yeah, that was a really cool Batmobile.
I didn't like the Batmobile in the Dark Knight series.
Yeah, the Tumbler.
Ugh, that's just,
Yeah, I didn't really like it.
stupid. I'm sure they could have still taken it seriously and made like a cooler Batmobile, I think.
Yeah,
Like, they could have.
they could have. Even if it was, I mean, I like the Tumbler in some aspects, like, but it wasn't a Batmobile.
No, it was a tank.
Yeah, it was just like, this is my car, but it has nothing to do with bats.
Yeah.
Whereas the Batmobile
Yeah.
was like, it looked like it had bat wings and
Yeah,
stuff. It was,
exactly.
It was the Batmobile.
Yeah. And all the gadgets and everything.
Exactly.
It was like James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, except Batman.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck as Batman, though. Ooh, there you go.
I love Ben Affleck. Have you seen Chasing Amy?
No.
Best work. His best work.
Yeah.
If anybody who hates Ben Affleck and sees Chasing Amy will instantly change their mind.
I like him in Argo.
I haven't seen Argo.
I used to, not really like Ben Affleck because of
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor and
Yeah, he was sucked in that.
yeah,
That's,
and he wasn't to me any, he wasn't very talented
it was just
as
hype.
an actor.
Yeah, it was just hype.
Yeah, but I saw him in Argo and I changed my mind on him and I quite like him now.
Yeah. He's a cool guy. I have a lot of respect for him.
I know he'll do well as Batman, but it's just my problem. I know I'm not the only one though. But,
Oh, you are not the only
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Trust me.
I'm sure he'll be good, but I'm just going to be thinking it's Ben Affleck. You know.
Have you seen the picture of him all buffed up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have picked worse people.
They could have picked a lot worse.
Yeah.
We were talking about. I was talking about this the other day. About who they could cast to play. Like if they would do a modern, more like Dark Knight version of the like the original Joker, like the lanky, skinny Joker.
Yeah.
And that's a tough one because they just cast Harley Quinn. And not many people are happy with who they chose for Harley Quinn.
I haven't seen Harley Quinn.
You know who Harley Quinn is?
Yeah, but I don't know who the new one is.
I forget what her name is, but it was someone that everyone was like, I don't know if she can be wacky
Is
enough.
Harley Quinn going to be in Batman vs Superman?
I don't know which one it is, but I just know they just
so they've got
announced it.
someone.
Yeah, they got someone.
What's wrong with her? What?
I don't know. Everyone knows her, but everyone's just worried that she might not be wacky enough to play it. Kind of like when they cast like Deadpool, and everyone's like, no, he can't be wacky enough. We're looking it up now.
It's probably her.
I don't.
I have no idea actually.
I don't know what you'd even look for to find.
Yeah. But anyway.
Anyway.
Wonder Woman, whoever they picked to play Wonder Woman, I don't agree with.
Who's that?
I can't remember.
You
She just doesn't look the part. Like
you know
Wonder
who-
Woman's supposed to have curves, and they picked like a stick.
You know who they should choose for Wonder Woman?
Hey.
I'll stand by this till the day I die. Freaking Lucy Lawless.
Yeah.
I love Lucy Lawless in
Yeah.
any role that she plays, and I think she could do Wonder Woman perfectly.
Yeah. She's got the body for it.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
She's rocking.
Yeah.
I met her
Wow.
at Supernova
Oh, this one, the one that last year.
last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was super cool. She was gonna go to lunch and we'd be waiting. We're like, ugh. And then she was like, oh, those guys have been waiting for ages, so she came up and saw us. And it was just me and my girlfriend that she came out to see us.
Yeah.
And we're like, that's super cool.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't know what to say. I was like, hey.
Starstruck.
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't really. I don't get starstruck, but
I do. I'm terrible.
I got starstruck when I met Vern Troyer. He was in Austin Powers as Mini-Me.
Oh, right.
He was also in... Yeah, he's been in lots of stuff. Lord of the Rings. Not Lord of the Rings. Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he was a really swell guy.
Yeah.
Really pleasant.
I'm really tempted to meet Joffrey as Supernova.
Who?
Joffrey of Game of Thrones.
Oh, I haven't.
But there's also going to be John Jarrett, who Wolf Creek's villain.
Oh, right, yeah.
But either one I can't pick because they're expensive. But I do get starstruck. I got starstruck when I met Jack from Jack's Films, who was a YouTuber, very famous guy.
You met Jack?
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's
I'm joking you.
You know him?
No.
Oh, okay.
You just said that.
Yeah.
Where'd you meet him?
He came over like a Kontiki tour for these YouTubers.
Oh.
Came over to tour Australia.
That's cool.
And you got a chance to meet him, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, gave him a Christmas card. I didn't know what to say. I was just like, all I said was like, "Hiya, big fan."
Big fan.
Big fan. And then he was like, "Oh, stop it." And I was like, "You're so cool."
I will admit the coolest, everyone I've met has been so cool.
Yeah.
But the chick who played Ash Ketchum, she was really, she was really swell. Like,
Yeah.
she was just a nice lady.
Like the original Ash Ketchum.
Ash Ketchum.
Yeah.
She was really swell.
Yeah.
You're like, "It's so good to meet you." She's like, "It's so nice to meet you." You're like, "Ah."
Did you ask her to do the voice?
No, I didn't. It was very similar to her normal voice.
Oh, okay.
Well, you could tell it.
You could hear it, yeah.
The dude who played Brock, he also did Seto Kaiba. So I got him to sign my Blue Eyes White Dragon cards and stuff.
Okay.
And he was really cool. I was like, why did they replace all your voices? Because at the end of season, I think it was 8 of Pokemon, they got whole new voice actors. I was like, why the hell did they replace you? I stopped watching because I just couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
And he was like, I think I struck a nerve with him because he got like, they changed producers. I was like, that sucks. He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, but no, he was really cool. He was like, now you win all the duels, and I'm like, I'm not using these in a duel. He's like, what? I'm like, dude, I'm framing these, and putting them up on my wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, Lucy Lawless was really swell, and she could play Wonder Woman easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Wonder Woman's supposed to have curves.
Yeah, exactly. She was.
All women should have some sort of curves.
Not should, but it's a good look.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of curves.
Yeah.
It's got to have some shapes.
Yeah.
Gotta have some shape.
Yeah. Yeah. Plank of wood. Ugh.
Ugh.
Anyway, Zombeavers.
Speaking about planks of wood,
how much could a woodchuck chuck? Chuck wood. Can you say that? Can you say that? I don't know.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
That's what I said.
Except or not.
How much could a wood...
How many woodchucks out of 15 would you give Zombeavers?
I would give out of 15.
Out of 15.
Very random number.
Alright, make it 10.
Alright, make it 17.
17.
Yeah.
How many Zombeavers 17 would you chuck wood at?
I would chuck wood at 16.
16?
I really liked it.
One less than perfection.
Yeah. Okay, 15 actually. 2 less than.
I was going to give it 15 actually.
Yeah. Out of 17.
15 out of 17.
Yeah.
That's
like an 8, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
8.5.
That's a really good score.
Yeah.
For the amount of horror movies that I've seen, this was just really well done.
Yeah.
It was like the director, freaking writer, everyone was a fan of old horror movies.
Yeah.
Like, not a fan of new stuff. Like, I can't confirm this, but it just felt like an old school. Like, they were like, we gotta do this. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It felt like people were passionate about making a funny movie.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't seem formulated. It seemed like it was formulated to make fun of the formula.
Yeah.
Like, it really felt genuine.
And it might seem at first like it's going to be like a scary movie, but
Silly,
it actually was funny. Like, I did laugh at it. So
it was really good.
Yeah.
And another thing I put here was they put outtakes at the end, which I always love.
Yeah.
I love seeing outtakes.
It's very old school to put outtakes at the
Exactly.
end or something, yeah.
Another thing, when people take themselves too seriously, they try and just end it and be like, oh, how do you feel about that?
Yeah.
That was a super serious movie. But this one was like, this is outtakes.
Yeah, it's a movie, guys.
It's a silly movie.
Yeah.
Here's some funny stuff that happened
They're
while
just
we were
actors.
shooting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you enjoyed that, here's some other funny stuff that we've got around. Yeah, I thought that was really well done.
I think like when movie makers make or put outtakes at the end, they're almost inviting the audience in to
Yeah.
the world, or like making them feel comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
'Cause it destroys that barrier between filmmaker and the audience.
Yeah. In that, I was going to make a point of that. That can be the opposite of that can be done really well. Like when the Blair Witch Project came out. Have you seen the Blair Witch Project?
Yeah.
How they ended it with no credits.
Oh, okay.
It just ended to be like
As
there
if
were
it's
no
real.
credits.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
dude, no one worked on this movie. You
Yeah.
saw the people in it. That's
Yeah.
all it was.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really well done.
Yeah.
That they kept that up.
Yeah.
And I thought I'm a huge fan of the Blair Witch. What do you think of the Blair Witch Project?
It's been a while since I've seen it,
Okay.
but I did like it.
Yeah, I liked it. I wrote a review on the horror genre in general and how it's kind of basically, all I've said about how formulated it's getting. And I brought up the Blair Witch Project as an example of like how to make a horror movie that's not about a villain but about the setting.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the woods was the villain.
That's what I was trying to get up. Like, that's the kind of horror movies I do like.
Yeah,
when it's
yeah.
not an obvious.
Yeah, when they
You know,
they build. My main thing about horror movies, not so much about this genre of comedy horrors, but genuine. I want to feel fear.
yeah,
It's about setting up an atmosphere
yeah,
that is unsettling.
yeah,
My favorite word when it comes to horror movies is unsettling. If something's just scary and it jumps at you, that's jump scare. But when something moves you, like makes you feel ill,
yeah.
that is what true horror is for me, and that's what the Blair Witch did with it. You watch these healthy young people just break down and just
Mhm.
just watching them just breaking down because of what was happening around them, even though nothing was really happening.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of people think it's boring, is like nothing's happening. But
I've got to watch it again.
yeah,
I remember when it first came out though, like that was the movie everyone was talking about.
Yeah.
Like, don't see it because it's the most scariest movie. And,
yeah, exactly. I hadn't even seen it, but I was scared of it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I had a mate who'd seen it. Like we were all really young at the time, younger than you were at the time.
Wow.
So we hadn't really seen it, and but a mate of mine, the guy who was like, there was always that guy that's like, I saw the R-rated movie. And you're like, ooh, tell us about it. He was that guy,
Yeah.
and he'd be telling us about it, and I was scared. Like I was scared of the Blair Witch. I'd never seen it,
Yeah.
and I hadn't seen it for years and years until I was like a late teenager, and I was like, that's really well done. But the old school horror movies followed that same thing, like The Shining, like
Yeah.
built up, like it built up that atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like if I was here, I would be
Scared.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Mm.
No,
I did like Paranormal Activity, the first one,
Yeah.
as well. Like, it created that same sort of unsettling vibe for me. Like,
I have a lot of mixed feelings about Paranormal Activity. Mainly the sequels. I can honestly say it was mainly the sequels,
I
but
haven't seen the sequels.
to me, Paranormal Activity just seems to be relying on jump scares too much.
Yeah.
But they tried to add plot in the sequels. Like, it was some cult that was summoning demons. Like,
Oh,
just get out of here.
Yeah. I
But
think the most creepy or unsettling part was when the chick was just staring at him for hours while he was sleeping.
I
I
think
think that
I-
really moved me to just like, okay, that's creepy.
Yeah, honestly, in the thing I was talking about with when I was writing the thing about Paranormal Activity, and I brought up that Paranormal Activity as being a bad example. But now that I think about it,
Yeah.
I really there are a lot worse. Like
Yeah,
it certainly. I remember I was scared of it, but I always felt it was because of the jump scares. But now that I think about it, yeah, you're right. There was some really unsettling scenes
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it was because I wrote that after seeing the sequels. And I was
Yeah.
like, the sequels were very like, okay, the clock stops, so I know I'm going to jump here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like fast forwarding. Okay, it's normal speed. Okay, something's going to make me jump.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you're right. It was a creepy movie.
Yeah.
But, the one with the kid in it, I think it was the third.
I haven't seen it.
I hadn't seen the second one, and then I saw the third one, which had the kid in it.
Are they all related, or do you have to see them one?
You have to see them in order.
Yeah.
But I didn't see the second one, but the person I was with filled me on what had happened. So it's the kind of movie you can fill someone in because there's a ghost. Fucks with people. All right, I've seen the first one then. But the kid was nice and creepy. Adding a kid makes it creepy.
It's always creepy when there's a kid involved.
It's always creepy when there's a kid involved.
Like children of the corn.
Here's another one I want to talk about. Christ, it's a new one. It's a newish one. The Conjuring. Did you ever see The Conjuring? No. Okay, there's now a sequel, which is a prequel of it called about the doll. Okay.
Was The Conjuring good?
I'm trying to think of what the name. Annabelle.
Yeah.
Annabelle was another.
I've seen the posters by Annabelle.
Yeah. Well, The Conjuring is it was good for a modern horror movie. I recommend watching it if you like horror movies. It was really well done in that they kind of... I'm trying to think how to describe it. A lot of horror movies are like, let's not break the fourth wall because we want you to feel like you're there. Yeah. Which obviously is a good thing. But this one here... I think it was for the first time that I've at least seen... they did a lot of things that kind of took you out by like adding like music that didn't fit in some places. And there was a really cool bit where I thinking of when I try and explain it, it's like, yeah, of course they did that. They do it all the time. But like when they were filming, they would show what's happening in their camera. But it's hard to describe, but they did it well enough that it felt like you were being taken out of the movie. Like you're like, oh, okay, this isn't a movie because they're just taking me out of the movie. But I'm still feel intrigued. Okay. It's hard to describe.
I'll have to see it.
Yeah, I can't really describe, but it was really well done. It was well done. But yeah, it suffered a lot of, Hollywooditis. But it was still good. I really liked it. So that's why I'm interested in Annabelle. Just because... And one of my favourite actors is in it, whose name I have forgotten. I'm going to Google it. Ashley, can you Google it? The Conjuring. It was good. We'll just search Annabelle, not the movie I'm telling you to look at.
Oh, I thought that was...
No, I said The Conjuring. Jeez. I haven't seen Annabelle yet.
Got pretty crap reviews on IMDb.
Patrick Wilson, that's his name. This guy. Wilson. You know Patrick Wilson? He was in Watchmen.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Watchmen, another one on my top shelf.
Okay.
Have you seen Watchmen?
No.
What?
Man, I told you I haven't seen anything.
You haven't seen anything.
I've just been playing games, my friend.
But this guy is smug, cool-looking guy.
I've seen him, though.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite actors. He did it really well. Yeah, no, there are some good horrors, but...
Some bad ones as well.
I've seen too many bad horrors.
Have you seen The Human Centipede?
I haven't.
I haven't seen it. I don't want to see it.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I know... I don't need to see it.
Yeah.
I remember in your book report, the caterpillars. You call it the caterpillar. Yeah. When it should have been caterpillar centipede.
Yeah.
I think you corrected
that was David Creech.
Oh, okay. It was David. Yeah. That would be funny to see. A caterpillar centipede. Yeah. But yeah, no. That's just my whole thing about horror movies, is setting up that atmosphere. And obviously this was a comedy horror.
Yeah.
Have you seen any more in the comedy horror genre?
I think Critters was supposed to be a comedy horror.
Yeah, I think Critters was. Things like Gremlins.
Yeah. Definitely seen Gremlins.
Gremlins, Critters, Leprechaun.
I haven't seen Leprechaun.
Yeah, I haven't seen Leprechaun. It's nothing to really rave about, but it had a big cult following. It was one of those movies. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. But What are some of your favorites? Oh, I know you said The Shining. And...
Yeah, okay. Besides The Shining, I'm going to say Paranormal Activity is up there for me.
Yeah.
First one. I don't actually mind like the original Freddy Kruegers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not really into hack and slash, but the Freddy Kruegers are probably an exception for me. I do like
Have you seen all of them?
Not all of them.
I have seen all of them.
Yeah.
There are some better than others.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to remember which ones are my favorite. As far as the Freddy's.
I think Freddy was the first villain that actually got me as a kid. Like, falling asleep. I was so afraid to fall asleep because of that. I was very young when I saw it though.
Whenever, like, as far as the, like, creature horrors go, like Jaws, like, about an animal, or it's like a creature or a monster, I wasn't scared of them. I just, like, when I watched Jaws, I wanted a shark. I'm like, I want a pet shark. When I saw Anaconda, I was like, I want an anaconda.
Yeah.
Where can I get one?
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted them.
Weird,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know why. It should have the adverse effect.
Reaction.
Yeah.
Not to Anaconda. I love snakes.
Yeah.
But
I
sharks,
remember we watched that movie
Yeah.
and I was like, I want an anaconda, and Mum said, like, you can't have a friggin' anaconda. And so for Christmas they bought me this anaconda plush toy, and it was my favourite thing forever.
Yeah.
Obviously not forever because I don't have it today.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were very embracing of my love of horrible creatures that kill people.
Yeah. Except spiders. I just still can't stand spiders.
Have you seen Arachnophobia?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did a review of that on my website.
Okay.
That was what the thing... I was talking about arachnophobia in the horror genre, and I talked about why arachnophobia was better than most horror movies today.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
Because there are a lot of people afraid of spiders.
There are a lot of people afraid of spiders.
Yeah. Are you afraid of spiders?
I'm not afraid of spiders, but I don't want them on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the kind of thing where if there's a spider in the house, I'll move it. I'll put it in a glass and move it.
Yeah.
But I don't want it on me.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of desensitized because I lived in South Australia,
Okay.
where under every single thing there was a redback spider.
Yeah.
Like, for those of you who don't know, redback spider, you get bitten, you're pretty much
dead.
In how long? Like 3 minutes?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on your size.
Yeah,
and
that was
all
back in the
stuff.
day. I'm sure today they can
Antivenom
they can-
so quick.
yeah, they're like whatever. But these were like
They're the most scariest things because they were so common too, and they still are.
Well, I have in my entire time living in Queensland, I have seen 2.
Yeah, I've
In-
probably only seen one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In South Australia, we went down there for a visit. Open a drawer. Okay, redback spider. Close it. Go in the garage. Redback spider. Redback spider. Redback spider. Walk through and lift up anything. Redback spider. And that's just how we lived. Was like, oh, before you touch anything, check for a redback spider. And
Yeah.
you eventually learn like they're not going to move towards you unless you. Particularly redbacks, they are the laziest things. Like they will not.
Unless you corner them and pester them. And,
Yeah, they're just going to chill in their web. You can walk like half a foot away from them, and they'll just be like, "Yo, what's up?
Yeah. I can like to see that.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? But I'm redback spider." But you just learn to just deal with them.
Yeah. I can't stand stories of spiders bigger than my hand.
Really, they're the ones I'm least afraid of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm the opposite. Even because redback spiders are deadly.
yeah, and they're tiny.
But they don't fear me. Oh, they don't scare me because they're so small.
You should be scared.
But if I saw like a giant huntsman, I'm jumping out of my pants, and raping it.
Really?
No.
Is that why you jump out of your pants?
Yeah.
Like, ooh. Just the right size. I think. And then millions of babies come out. You ever get those spiders where you squash them and millions of babies come out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're the best. Oh, good. No, did I tell you the story of I used to have a loft bed, which meant my bed was above my desk.
Yeah.
And this one morning I wake up and there's all these baby spiders all over the wall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just look next to me and they're all there. So I climb down my ladder and they're all over the wall.
Oh.
Like 2 walls just covered in baby spiders.
Shit.
And I'm like, oh, damn it. And I'm like, Dad, you want to help me find a giant spider? Because there's got to be a mum somewhere.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right. So we were like moving everything, and we found her. She was huge, this big mama, huntsman.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm not sleeping in this room tonight. I'm sleeping on the couch because screw this. I'm bombing this room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably the only time I've been freaked out. I was like, although these can't hurt me, there's just so many of them that I don't want to have to deal with it.
It's like ants. Like,
yeah,
they're not scary on their own, but
yeah.
If I had 50 ants on me, you know, I'd be freaking out.
Well, when I kept scorpions.
Yeah.
And you know, they got a good sting, but friggin' ants kill them.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll keep them in a space where ants can't get to. They got to them. They kill them.
They find a way.
Yeah.
Life will find a way, as the philosopher Goblin would say.
Philosopher Goblin.
Yeah.
Goblin Fuchsius.
I don't think so. Must go faster. Must go faster.
Yeah.
I'm fairly alarmed here. Okay.
I'm saying Goblin quits.
Checkmate.
Yeah. Have you seen his the ad he did for? Christ, what was it? Some lighting company.
I think so.
It's very recent. Very recent.
Maybe not,
It's him like he's like, you could be as sexy as me if you buy these light bulbs. And he's like, without the light bulbs, and like it switches like an old man sitting in the couch, and he's like, now let's turn on the light, and it's like Jeff Goldblum looking sexy. It's so funny. You gotta check it.
Look it up after we do this.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Do you have a pen? I'll write it down so we don't forget. But yeah, no, it was so good. I'm a huge Goblin fan. Goldblum should play Batman.
All the stuttering.
Excuse me.
Superman.
Yeah.
We've gone way off zombies.
Zombies.
Yeah.
No, I
don't think there's much else to say about it. I mean,
yeah,
it's good.
It is what it is.
And we agree on something. For
Exactly. It doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. If you can not take a movie too seriously, watch it. If you're one of those people that goes into a movie and is just like, oh, this is terrible, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Then don't.
Yeah.
Just take it for what it is.
Don't you hate it when you go to the movies with people? I love going to the movies alone.
Yeah, I've never been to the movies alone.
I've been to the movies.
I don't.
It's very sad. No, but the good thing is you don't have that friend that goes, oh, this is shit.
Oh, that can't happen.
Yeah, that could happen. Oh, I know what's going to happen here.
Yeah,
Let me get... Oh, shut up.
Yeah, dude, just
Shut up.
Just enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
It's silly, but it's entertaining. Yeah. And at the end of the day, that's what a movie should be. Entertaining.
Yep.
Regardless of whether it's good or bad, it should make me think, I just spent an hour and a half, 2 hours
Being entertained.
Exactly, and I don't regret it.
A lot of people think entertainment is only happiness.
Yeah.
It could be sadness.
Yeah, it's feeling emotion.
Unsettling. Or
Exactly.
whatever.
Yeah. That was the thing Keanu Reeves said. Another one of my favorite actors. Well, favorite people.
Yeah.
He said when there was that whole sad Keanu thing, he posted a quote that was just like, I have to look it up. I don't want to misquote Keanu Reeves.
What's your Google there? Keanu Reeves.
I'm probably going to find it before you.
Quote about entertainment?
No. No. Yeah.
Excuse us, ladies and gentlemen. We're just Googling stuff.
I'll edit this out.
Okay, alright.
Oh, yeah. Keanu said, when asked about him saying, when asked about sad Keanu, he replied, "You need to be happy to live. I don't." And that's so simple, yet
that's so good. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I'm feeling emotions. So what?
Yeah.
I'm
human.
Exactly. Yeah. That's great.
Right.
I just love Keanu Reeves. He's.
Oh, dude.
What?
Oh, dude. I'm trying to be Keanu.
Which Keanu?
I know.
Is he trying to be like Ted Theodore Logan?
Not Wayne's World.
He was Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted.
Ted Theodore Logan.
Oh, okay.
Or was he Bill S. Preston?
Let's look it up.
No, don't waste the people's time.
Okay.
He was either Bill S. Preston or Ted Theodore Logan. I think he was Ted Theodore Logan.
Yeah.
And yeah, no. Excellent.
Excellent.
Have you seen Bogus Journey? The second one? The sequel?
No.
It was a good movie.
Remember bogus? That was a word from the 90s.
Bogus. It's one of my favourite words.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's so bogus.
Yeah.
It can either be a positive thing or a negative thing.
Yeah.
It can be positive, like, bogus. Or negative, like, dude, that dude's so bogus.
So Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, totally. Ninja Turtles coined all those phrases. I guess that's one thing I like about Adventure Time. They always make up words like mathematical. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a penguin dance the do-si-do?
No.
I haven't either.
What?
Cool.
Is that a segue into something?
No.
Okay. Well, has there ever been a horror movie about penguins?
Happy Feet.
Horror movie?
Yeah.
Right.
No, there hasn't.
Alright.
Yet. Let's get on that.
Alright. Penguivers.
Penguins.
No, that's
Zompenguins.
Zombeavers.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay.
So it's set in stone. It is set in stone.
In stone.
Alright. So, what are we talking about next week then?
Oh, Rock and Rule.
Rock and Rule, the
Yeah.
1983?
Something. It looks like 1980 something.
It is, yeah, it's 1983, 3 years into the 80s.
Yeah.
It is a movie that you may have seen it when we were looking at familiar videos of Fire and Ice. There was a little thing called Rock and Rule, and it looks freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And so we're going to watch that. You should watch it too, so that you know what we're talking about when we get to it. And yeah, we're going to talk about it next week.
Can't wait.
Me neither. I'm really looking forward to this.
You showed me the trailer. I was like, yeah, we're going to do that.
Dude, it looks amazing. It's got music by Cheap Trick, one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
Cheap Trick,
Very 80s.
Lou Reed,
Very 80s.
lots. I can't. Come on, it's gonna be awesome.
It's going to rock or rule or both.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So if you want to see more of what we do, you can find me at poisonpoprocks.com, or I'll put all the links, like Twitters and stuff.
Yeah.
We have Twitters and stuff. I'll put that in the description. You can also find this on Podomatic if you prefer Podomatic.
Yeah. It's up to you. Yeah.
Absolutely. And what do you have going on? Where can people find you?
Oh, basically Twitter, Facebook on both Sardonic Pickle, and YouTube. So just search Sardonic Pickle on YouTube. But my actual channel name on YouTube is Dumpy Vision. So
I'll put a link in the description so you don't have to search that in your.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to show in your search history.
Yeah.
Okay.
But just remember Sardonic Pickle.
Sardonic Pickle.
Yeah.
The pickle that's sardonic.
Yeah.
I'm in a couple of your videos. I make cameos.
He does, yes, and he helps out very nicely. He's going to be in the next Casual Gamer videos.
I am.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing a thing.
I'm not going to spoil it.
I'm not going to. So you do reviews of games, and you also have another podcast where you talk about children's books, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, basically we just read the book and joke around and
make fun
have fun.
Yeah. Not we. You and David
Creel
Jones.
Yeah.
Another David.
He's a British David.
British David.
Yeah.
He's
He's got the accent and everything.
He does. He sounds very professional.
Yeah.
Much more professional than me.
Yeah.
And he's a journalist, isn't he?
Yeah.
He does musical journalism.
No, he did like management.
Oh,
So he's going to be a music manager.
I thought he did a lot of writing. He reviewed a lot of bands and stuff.
Yeah.
So
it was part of his. I think it was part of his course, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
he wanted to be a music manager. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So he knows his stuff about music.
That's what I was going to say. He knows stuff about music, and I was going to say he knows his stuff about journalism, but apparently that's just a minor
I'm sure
part.
he does too.
But he does sound very professional. When
Yeah,
he talks. So if you want to hear a professional person talking and our David
just me
talk about books,
yeah,
yeah,
I pretty much don't change in any podcast.
yeah,
yeah,
get an earful of that.
yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
So-
By the way, I'll just plug my channel a little bit as well. That I don't just do gaming reviews.
Okay.
I do like sketches.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
keep selling yourself.
I've done a feminazi video.
You did.
Yeah.
Um,
If you're into people making fun of stuff, yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
what sardonicism is.
Sardonicism.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just thought sardonic was a thing that you.
Sardonic actually means like cynical or like satirical.
Oh, right on.
You know, kind of sarcastic, but not.
Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
can dig it.
Pickle's a funny word.
It is. It's a good word, pickle.
Yeah.
It's the mayor from Townsville's favorite food in the Powerpuff Girls.
Very nice food. I do like pickles.
That's my favorite cartoon show.
Powerpuff.
Love it.
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls. Maybe we'll talk about it one day.
Maybe.
I'll get you to watch all the
Yeah.
seasons.
Yeah.
And
Did you ever watch the Super Mario World cartoons?
the Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I miss those.
Oh, there was the Super Show. Then there was, I think it was Super Mario World was the cartoon show.
Yeah.
But another cartoon show. Yeah, there was a couple. But yeah. I have Super Mario World collection in DVD.
Yeah.
It's good. In inverted commas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was there anything else you want to talk about, or are we wrapping it up?
I'm wrapping it up.
We're wrapping it up.
I can't think of anything else.
Yeah. So links are in the description. If you check out our other episodes if you haven't seen them. So yeah,
Feel free to comment as well, if you want to comment down below.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I forgot to mention. Tell us if you've seen Zombeavers. If you like it,
Yeah.
tell us.
Yeah.
If you didn't like it, tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think. Tell us what you think about. Are there any good horror movies I should check out?
Yeah.
Because
suggest
I've
some
seen a
things.
lot of horror movies, and a lot of them are bad. So if you think there's some that are good, I want you to let me know so I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, comment, subscribe really helps. And sharing.
Sharing. Share.
Please share.
Sunny and share. If I could turn back time. If I could find a way. I would take back those
All the
things.
all the words that hurt you.
Yeah. And you sting. If I could reach the stars, I'll give them all to you. Alright, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, we'll
So-
probably be doing this all day once we turn off this.
Yeah. So Sunny and share that video, this podcast.
Yeah.
If you like it,
Just be obnoxious with your friends on Facebook. Just
yeah.
like,
Pester them.
yeah.
Ah.
Throw it at people's faces.
Yeah, if there's people that are like, you know, those really vague people on like post things on Facebook like, and no, literally just post and then because they want a response,
Yeah.
just go watch this podcast and then send them the link, and then they'll be like, oh, well,
Really sad friend. Oh, my mum just died today.
yeah, dude, watch this podcast,
Yeah.
podcast,
Topcast.
and yeah, dude,
Just cheer up.
cheer them up, make
Yeah.
them listen to two guys talk about zombie beavers.
Yeah.
And you know what? Scratch that. Make them watch Zombeavers.
Yeah.
Zombeavers. Then show them this podcast.
Yeah.
And hang on. There was one more thing I wanted to point out to you.
Yeah.
This is no way related to this episode.
Okay.
I just want to bring back Fire and Ice for a second.
Oh, no.
I didn't want to. I wanted to do it very clean, like we never bring up old stuff.
Okay, yeah.
But I want to
Just make an exception for this one.
just
maybe?
one quick exception.
Alright.
You have to admit, if the dude who made the Lord of the Rings movies or something
Yeah.
took Fire and Ice and made a theatrical version of it, it would be cool, right?
It'll be alright.
Yeah, like the plot and everything, if done like really like modern and,
Yeah.
and well, it would be,
Yeah, okay,
be really
yeah,
cool.
I'll give you
Okay,
that.
thank you.
Alright.
And another thing I was going to bring up for your channel, there is a Fire and Ice NES game.
Is there seriously?
There is. It costs like a fortune on eBay,
Oh, man.
but if you do, You should
Alright.
play it. I want you to
Might
play
give it a
it.
go.
I am requesting.
Okay.
This is an official request
Alright.
that you give Fire and Ice the game a play and see if
Oh.
it's as terrible as the
I'll
movie.
give it a good go too.
Thank you very
I
much.
won't give it a 10-second go and go, oh, this is shit. I'll give it a chance.
Thank you. Tell me if there's as much butt crack as there is in the show.
Pixelated, very pixelated butt crap.
Pixelated butt crap.
Yeah.
Butt crap. Butt crack.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Now that's off my chest.
Okay.
I can rest easy.
Alright,
Okay.
well, that's good to know.
Thank you. I haven't slept since last week because I've been like, he hates the show. He hates the movie. It's Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much for listening
Very,
all
very
this way
much.
through. Really appreciate it.
Love you guys.
Love you. I'll talk at you next week.
Yep.
When we talk about rock and roll.
Either one.
Both.
Yeah.
They're both in the title.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't wait to watch this.
Yeah.
80s music. 70s music, sorry, because it was only 83.
Yep. So I'm just going to count down from 3 and we'll cut it.
Okay.
3,
2,
2,
One.
1.
He lied.